So as much as we talk about, boosting teams and, you have different working teams and stuff like that, motivation is also important because what is going to happen here is your employees are going to work and perform based on their own motivation. Okay. That's why when it comes to team purpose, goals, and roles, the synergy between the social work, between the achievement of whether there is a short term goal or long term goal, is very important to assess and access. You have team members to do better work when their roles are clear, right? So each member must understand and support the meaning and the value of the team's mission and vision. That's why when it comes to talent, skills, and work ethics, recruiting and retaining the best talent is important. But what is the meaning of best talent? It can also be that someone who's improving and they're getting better at something, right? Because when you start work, if you talk to a fresh graduate, that person may not know so much about the actual work experience, but once the person starts working, the moral and the increase in performance can actually increase. The person might know more about technical problem solving, decision making, interpersonal skills later. They will find out more about incentive, motivation, and efficacy of by the company, right? Because you have both monetary and non-monetary systems that encourage performance, that they have a positive impact on implementation of the team's goals. So over a long term, the intrinsic motivators such as personal satisfaction at work and working on interesting projects provide the impact on the performance. That's the reason when it comes to motivation, how is that actually important? How do leaders actually display different types and increase concern for both the people and the performance? What can they promise or what can they actually teach their virtual teams, for example? you know, and how is that also affecting team mental models when it comes to shared, organized, and understanding the mental representation of knowledge, right? Through motivation. Now, if you look at it, I will talk about motivation in a bit more detail about intrinsic and extrinsic, but I want to share with you this information. One second. Um, this website called Scanned Asia that shared information on the statistics on the best countries to work in. Okay. And you know that sometimes they have these kind of researches that talk about that. Okay. So this was published in December 4, 2020. And the best countries in the world to live and work, according to this website by Scanned Asia. Okay, they talk about business promotion in Asia. And here, according to the study, for example, it was said that Switzerland, for example, is the best country to live and work. Switzerland is followed by three Nordic countries: Denmark, Iceland, Norway, plus Finland. Okay, and Sweden was the 12th on the list. Very nice to hear about this, but sometimes finding a job there may not be very easy, right? But when it comes to research, when it comes to understanding the work ethics and the work environment, the research has found out that a lot of people, when they move abroad for lifestyle improvement, adventure, new activities, earning more money, or new career opportunities, they like moving to these countries. And what happens is, with 195 countries to choose from, and the cultures and the lifestyle, Black Tower Financial Group reveal these countries and the living standards. Okay, that when we talk about moving, we're looking at happiness and quality of life, world happiness data, quality of healthcare, property, right, and the income ratio. This is what it looked like. So these, as you can see here, the top ranking was Switzerland, followed by Denmark, Iceland, and Norway. And of course, a lot of people like going to Australia, and you have New Zealand. In Asia, you have like Singapore, right, as well. And you have other countries. And okay, the first 25, so you have to Spain. Okay. Now, this is their statistics.
South Africa is 21.
Where?
South.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God, how
So
could it be?
very interesting to know, right? But they might be talking about like, Cape Town and all that.
Uh, Sorry, could you repeat again?
Could they be talking about countries like Cape Town?
Uh, can you show me? Actually, I don't get this name.
Oh, Cape Town.
Cape
I think,
Town
yeah,
city.
yeah. So when they're looking at the South African like a region, because I think when it comes to Cape Town, they do have a lot of, not Cape Town specifically, but in South Africa, some countries they could, but interestingly, a lot of people want to go there. That's why it's, 21. I'm also looking at some of the statistics, quite interesting. People would go to Japan, Belgium. People would actually go to Qatar. That's actually interesting, right? So when I was looking at this, I thought I would like to share this with you. Looking at the situation that is happening right now in Israel, people still like that is actually the place people want to go. What do you think about that?
I think Dubai is considerable. I don't know about Qatar. Dubai is at,
Yes, for UAE, yes.
yeah, UAE actually. What I mean by that.
That's why. So Qatar is here. UAE is mentioned here, 22.
Sorry.
Mm. UAE is already mentioned here, to 22. Dubai, Abu Dhabi will be here in UAE.
It's 22, right? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, here, 22. Okay. So I'm going to share this with you, of course, in the chat, just for your knowledge, because these are important to understand when you're learning about teamwork. We're learning about business, but we're looking at the world around us as well, right? That how the expats or the people who are relocating to different countries, and they want to have a different lifestyle. Many people like to shift from to a new country because of not only culture, but because of the cleanliness, how organized it is, the access to better healthcare or financial matters as well, and it just depends on people, like how they are considering to transfer. Sometimes the country that you're going to be working in, how are their tax laws, all of these things, and their pension plan. So not everybody does go abroad easily, but these are just examples. We must not forget that while we want to shift to another country, the cost of living um, can also be influencing our decision. You understand?
Yeah, absolutely.
So sometimes a lot of Europeans want to come to Asia because the cost of living is better. It's easier, you know. But at the same time, it's not necessary that. Um, Also, this one I can share with you. And then I'll go back to the theories. Talking about work-life balance. In some countries, of course, they have come up with a plan of how many hours you can work, you know, and it is important to go through that as well. What happened to this? Okay, wait. I need to close that and then share that again with you. Okay, I can share this one with you instead. it's good to good to know this time to time, you know. And okay, so this one is published by the Internations magazine, online magazine, and also top countries with great work-life balance. As much as we talk about opportunities, but great work-life balance is also important, right? And over here, they're stating about Scandinavian countries and countries such as Bahrain, the Czech Republic, and Oman. This was published when? I just wanted to know. Okay, let's see, we'll check it in a bit. And it was basically from a survey in 2017, so you can say not long ago. Okay, and this is what they came up with. Understand? And employee satisfaction is very important, but also having work life balance. To be honest, there's nothing called 100% balance because work is also part of your life. But they say, like, it's understood that when you overwork, when you overdo something, how does it affect employees? Of course, when you work for so many hours, you're going to get tired, you're going to feel demotivated. Okay, so Denmark was explained here during the statistics that 39.7 hours a week, which is 44.3 hours globally, expats working full time in Denmark, right? Now in Asia, it's not like that. Do you see somebody working roughly only 40 hours a week? In Bahrain is about 46%, like, not that long as well. Work rate reasons for moving here. How many hours a week do you work, Mohammed? Norway is also 42.9 and full-time job is about 44.3. And they do in Norway, the people actually do can earn more than $150,000. However, um, they mentioned New Zealand is can be higher, but let's not forget the work life, the lifestyle over there, and the cost of lifestyle as well. You know. So I'm going to share this with you. You guys can read it in your free time. Very interesting to know. And how many hours a week do you guys work?
Mm. For me, 40 hours.
40 hours a week?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So New Zealand is for better quality of life, 26%. Okay, also 42.3 versus 44.3. And of course, Costa Rica. Costa Rica is very pretty, of course, and people who work there, lots of people, they like to be in a place also because of the ambience, right? How beautiful it looks. So you have Netherlands, you have Oman, Malta was a very surprising thing for me to come across because I would not think about Malta.
I think Malta is a good country, I heard.
Yeah, depending on, I'm just thinking about the type of work.
Is it
Yeah,
overall or type of work? I mean,
they're just talking about stating it like comparing it with New Zealand for better quality of life and work related stuff and full-time work. But if you look at it, like if you look at it in that way, Malta, when it comes to a lot of people working there, they also like I think it depends on the different demographic, but maybe there has been a huge improvement. You understand?